All right. Good afternoon. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome on board to Voices of Courage Asia, and we are having this mini series called "Free from the Prison Without Bars." So, from the title, roughly you know what is this all about. Are, are you
Yeah, I, I
right?
guess.
So, you guess, yeah, prison without bars. Yes, we are talking about the mindset. Yeah.
Mm,
So before that, yeah, we would like to find out more about you, Karen. So I know that you are the founder of Collective Goodness, which is focused on healthy snacks and food, right?
mm.
But at the side, you are also a designer and a brand professional, right? That is more like your side hustle.
Yes, actually,
Or which one is the main, which one is the side?
I've been doing design for the last 20 years.
Mm,
So as a designer, I progressed to do branding specifically for businesses. So
mm,
I started Collective Goodness, which is a business that deals with healthy snacks, healthy food, easy solutions for daily
mm,
nutrition
mm,
about 4 years ago because I wanted to take a break from
mm.
design. Then,
Right.
yeah, and I think many of us, I mean, Lilian, you know that I've been volunteering with Women of Courage Asia.
Conversation. Mm-hmm.
So I've been using my skill sets, like my design skills, to help Women of Courage to elevate their programs, their slides, and their design. So I felt that it's really starting to bring me more joy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
glad to know that.
starting to recognize myself as a designer again.
I mean, there's no doubt about that. We have you. I'm sure you have already heard so many compliments and affirmations, given to you by the leaders that you are so fast and so good at what you do in the design. And the recent leaders training that you have provided for us, that
Mm,
we were all like, whoa, okay, now we can improve in our presentation slides. Up and up a level, one notch at least. Yeah. So
mm,
that is definitely a gift and talent that is very evident in you, and we are very, very privileged to to receive that equipping of those skill sets from you. Yeah. So want to officially thank you again for doing that, for sharing your skill set with us.
Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. I think it really means a lot because just finding the joy again of
Mm,
doing design
mm-hmm.
is yeah, it is a big revelation to me. Yeah. That I can actually use my
Right.
skill sets to help people.
Yeah. You mentioned that you have been doing design actually for the past 20 years, right? So it's
Mhm.
like it's something that is so natural to you that you didn't realize that, hey, not everybody can operate like you at your pace, at your speed. We were all very amazed when we asked you for some advice and all that, and then you come back so fast with that visual. It's like we're all
Cannot
in
tell too
awe of
many
that.
people.
Too late. Yeah, Jocelyn. Yeah, hi, Jocelyn.
Yay.
She said, yes, Karen is really so good at her designing and what she does. My book cover and marketing collateral is a testimony of that. Yes, we love
Thanks,
the book cover.
Jocelyn. Yeah, it was really good to work with Jocelyn. Jocelyn is the author of Standing Tall, Overcoming All. Yeah, so through this project, I've also learned a lot about myself because it's been a while since I've worked with someone closely when it comes to design. It's always
Hmm.
do your thing and then submit it to the clients. So this process has really opened me up, I think.
Mm.
And I really enjoy the process. So thanks, Jocelyn.
Yeah, we're really, really very happy that you're part of the team in working together in this project. Yeah. Okay. Now, is there any more interesting thing that you want to share with us about yourself before we go
Um,
to the reflections?
I think, like I said just now, I'm starting to see a clearer picture of where I want to use my skill sets, especially my design
Mhm.
skill sets. So
Right.
yeah, so it's quite an exciting journey now. The discovering of myself again, um, accepting that, hey, you are a designer, acknowledging that,
Right.
it's a great revelation. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Lynette says Karen is an amazing designer. I am a beneficiary of her training. You see, yeah,
Thank
I
you,
mean,
Lynette.
it's very, very evident. Yeah, so receive the affirmation. Yeah. Okay, right. So let's go. Let's come back to about the boot camp because it is actually still ongoing, right?
Mhm,
Even though the 3 days in the hotel has is over, but there's this 3 months post boot camp, right?
mhm,
And we have just completed our first small group coaching, right?
mhm,
And all of you have a smart goal, a goal to work on because
mhm,
we want to apply whatever you learn in the boot camp in your real life, right?
mhm.
So it's not just theory, but the most important part is the application of what you learn and what you discover about yourself. So first thing first, I just want to check with you, very curious. When you first heard about the word boot camp, transform with courage boot camp, what goes on in your mind?
Intensive.
Intensive. Okay.
Yeah. So because I was doing the design for the boot
Mm.
camp.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah. So in my mind, I thought, I already know what's going to happen because I have
Mm-hmm.
information and I have all the information. So yeah, so I thought, oh, it must be a very intensive boot camp. It must be they're really digging deep,
Mm.
and yeah, so that went through my mind when I heard the word boot camp. Yeah.
Right. And why did you finally decide to? I know you hesitated initially, right?
Hmm.
And finally you decide to join the boot camp. So, uh, yeah, what is that turning point there?
Uh, I think when I think I was asked twice to join the
Mm,
boot camp. Uh, I think there was a lot of fear in me
mm, mm-hmm,
initially. I I I was asking myself the question actually: Do I really want to know? Do I really want
mm,
to know more about myself? Because
mm,
do I really want to uncover that part?
mm.
And I was not sure um, whether I will like what I will discover. So that was
Ah,
there was a
there's a
factor of me.
fear there.
Yeah, there was a fear. And so when someone asked me a second time, and I thought, okay, let's just do it. I don't know what
Mm-hmm,
switched in me, but
mm,
I thought, okay, let's just do it and see what happens. And
mm.
yeah, it's
And
3 days.
you just
What? Yeah.
you just make the decision, huh? Just make the decision and then just
Yes.
go for it. Yeah, in
Yes.
spite of the fear of you're not very sure what's going to surface up, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. One more, Jacqueline. Karen's amazing. Seeing her works and recently learning from her. One
Thank
more
you.
fan of yours. Right. So okay, I mean, I'm very glad to hear that in spite of the fear of knowing not
Mm,
knowing what might surface up, you still make
mm,
the decision to join the boot camp. Yeah, I
mm.
think that is an act of courage already by itself. Yeah, and so what did you learn? Maybe we use the SMART goal example.
Mm.
the as as the subject matter to talk about what you learn about yourself. Okay, what did you learn about yourself through the process of working on the SMART goal? I mean, you don't have to share the SMART goal, but it's
Okay.
more about what you learn about yourself in this whole process of working on the SMART goal.
So when I first wrote my SMART goal, I thought to myself, yeah, I think I can achieve it. That's why I wrote it
Mm-hmm.
down, because
Mm-hmm.
it's easier that way, right? To think that, okay, this
Mm-hmm.
is something I can achieve. I mean, there's still a step-by-step guide, but at the back of my mind, I think, okay, I can achieve it easily, so I'll just write it down, giving myself, yeah, easy way out. Then I realized that actually it wasn't that easy, and I I had to be flexible
Mm-hmm.
with the goal is still the same, but the
Mm.
journey to the goal can be
Mm.
different. This
Right.
is something that we learned as well.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
how do I how do I step out of my comfort zone to ask for help
Mm.
or to acknowledge that I need help to reach the goal?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
That was a learning for me. Yeah.
Right.
To, for example, I asked Nicole. Nicole is one
Mm.
of the leaders from Women of Courage. Um, asked for her advice and asked for her tips on how to
Mm.
reach my goal. And I
Mm.
realized that from another perspective, I'm able to learn so much more and
Mm.
I'm able to gain so much more.
So
And
does mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, go on.
Yeah. It sounds to me, correct me if I'm wrong. It
Mm.
sounds to me that you're not used to asking for help. Is that does it sound like that? It
Yes.
sounds like that to me.
I guess
Ah.
for my personality, we are very independent. We
Mm.
don't we don't ask for help that much. We internalize a lot, and then
Right.
um when we sort out our thoughts, and then we think, okay, I have the solution already. I'm just gonna do it. So I don't
Mm.
really vocalize. I don't really,
Mm-hmm.
like you say, ask for help.
Mm.
It's a step out of my comfort zone. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm so glad that I did. I'm really so glad that I did. Yeah.
So do you see a difference, like, right, you have been practicing or very used to, analyze the problem, find the solution yourself, and it's all within your own perspective, right?
Mm.
So the solutions that come from you is also from your perspective. What do you see a difference now that when you step out of your comfort zone and ask for advice, or opinions or feedback,
Mm.
and what's the difference? Is there a difference in perspective, in the
Uh,
solutions that even will surface up?
I think it's a huge difference because if I were to depend on myself to
Mm.
come up with a solution, it's only
Mm.
tunnel vision. If I may put it that way,
Mm.
I can't
Right.
see outside the box or what,
Right.
because another person will bring in more ideas. They will bring
Mm.
in their perspective.
Mm.
So just to use my example of asking Nicole for help, because she's an
Mm.
expert in the area, and
Mm.
she's able to give me so much more insight into
Right.
um, the why I should adopt a different way
Mm.
to my smart goal. And if I were to depend on myself, if I have not shared with the wider group, like, I don't know how to do this, what should I do? And
Mm.
if they didn't challenge me to ask
Mm-hmm.
for help, I think I wouldn't have seen that.
Mm.
I wouldn't have stepped out of the tunnel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like a
Yeah.
whole new world of so
Yes.
many other perspectives or
Yes.
other lenses that we call it, right? Lenses of
Yes.
view. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel after?
How do you feel about that? About this, stepping out and then having this whole lot of other perspectives that you have never thought of. or because you're so used to seeing what you think, what you see from your perspective? Yeah.
I think it's growth. It's
Mm,
really learning a lot about myself per
mm,
se. It's that I can challenge myself. I can
mm,
step out
mm,
and really accept others' help. I think maybe a
mm,
lot of times I feel that I don't need help. I don't need extra help. I can do it
mm,
myself. But actually, it's okay to accept help.
mm, mm,
Okay to say, hey, can you help me with this? Instead of
mm.
always people coming to me and ask, hey, Karen, can you help me with this? So
Right,
I
right.
think I discovered that. And I'm happy.
And Jack can so relate to that.
Yeah, we say
Yeah,
right.
Jack. Yeah, both of you have very similar personality, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's very interesting. But so what other things did you learn about yourself through the process of working on Smart Goal? Any
Um,
other things you learn about yourself?
that I'm not alone.
Mm,
Because as you mentioned just now, we are in these 3 months we actually have a support group, a
mm,
group of women with us, and I felt really supported, even though
mm,
we don't talk a lot, but we share a lot of little nuggets of advice, and
mm,
it's really helped me to know that hey, you're not alone in this journey.
mm,
There are other experts in the area. There are other people who are in the same process, walking with
mm.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's good for me lah, for my
Mm.
to break out of my comfort zone also.
Right. So receiving support as well.
Mm,
Receiving support is, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for being so open and to share about this. Yeah. Because I know you're very used to be on your own. That now is opening up. Is really out of your comfort zone. We can see that very evidently in you actually, and it's
challenge,
very inspiring,
challenge.
very very encouraging. Right. I know there are many takeaways, many takeaways from the boot camp, right?
Mm,
So, due to the constraint of time, what would you think is your greatest takeaway from the boot camp?
mm, if I may share a little bit, I
Mm,
think during the boot camp, I had a breakthrough moment
mm,
during the 3 days.
mm,
It was really uncomfortable for me because I was so vulnerable. I
mm,
was in a state where I could not believe that I was, and I still survived. I survived that that
mm,
that that breakthrough moment. So
mm,
I think that moment really pushed me because when I shared, I felt
mm,
that I heard a lot of affirmation. I heard a lot of confirmation of maybe what I've been feeling, but
mm,
not acknowledging it. So
mm,
when I share it, it's other people. I mean, other people heard it. Other
mm,
people can see what I'm going through, and it's a moment of truth. I think for me to
mm,
realize that, and if I share, I will see a clearer picture. So that was my
mm,
biggest, takeaway. Yeah,
right.
to be open to really allow myself to be vulnerable.
Yeah, and the fact that you took the courage to share, right?
Mm,
You also it also your sharing and your action, that your act of courage, right, also impacted the others
mm,
around, in the boot camp. Yeah. So I think that itself was very powerful because it's very impactful. It impacted the rest of us as well, just by your the decision to step out and take the courage to share.
I
Yeah.
think I think it was because everyone knew me as just very calm, no
Mm.
no, not an open book. Maybe I should say that. So when I started sharing, I thought that, oh no, I'm going to reveal a lot about myself. I'm going to be vulnerable in this, you know. So I've, I mean, a part of it also taught me to trust that
Mm.
there is trust and there is this support from whoever is going to listen to my story. And yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I
that was
think you mentioned one very key point. Yeah, that the trust is there.
mm,
The environment is safe. So there is trust. Therefore, you know, all of you can are able to share freely. Yeah.
correct.
Right.
Mm,
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think that was the first night, right? It was the
yeah,
first night. Yeah, it was like whoa, and then it was you. It's like of all personality, your personality is the most more reserved.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was very encouraging, very inspiring. Yeah. Okay. How about okay? What is your attitude about thinking about personal development, personal growth and development? Do you, before the boot camp, do you actually invest in yourself in personal development in any other ways, in any other areas besides the boot camp?
To be honest, no. Maybe I go shopping. Yes.
Invest in shopping.
No, yeah, before the boot camp, I never thought much about personal development. I think the last camp
Mm,
I went to was probably a church camp when I was
mm.
Sec 3. So that was
Step
a long
three.
time.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was
Okay.
probably a long time ago. And
Right.
yeah, so I think this has changed after the boot
Mm,
camp. Um, we always talk about self-love, right?
mm,
A lot of us will advocate for self-love and all that, but I mean, it's dawned on me to think about that as well. When I say self-love, a lot of times I tell people, oh, okay, just buy something for yourself. You go and spend some time, go on a holiday, do things
mm,
like that. But actually, truly loving yourself is really discovering more about
mm,
yourself and how you can grow
mm,
from that.
mm,
That is, so my perspective has changed a lot about personal
mm.
development. Yeah, I
Mm.
don't know if that answered.
After attending the boot camp, it has
Mm.
shifted your oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Jocelyn has something to say. Jocelyn say, as your buddy, I see you open
Hi,
up
buddy.
so much more, even during the boot camp. So happy and proud of you for taking the step to be vulnerable and achieving your breakthrough. So brave.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think not just you, Jocelyn herself also. We saw how she has. Wow, she has
Absolutely.
that freedom.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Like, what's the next question for you? Yes. Now that the boot camp, the 3 days boot camp is over,
Mm.
what do you look forward? What are you actually looking forward?
Um, I think this is where the growing really starts. I think
Mm,
Vivian, you always say when the rubber meets the road, right?
yep.
When so I'm excited about this growth. I
Mm,
can see the changes in myself,
mm-hmm, mm,
slowly but surely.
mm,
Mm, I'm also trying to be more aware of my actions, be more
mm-hmm,
intentional.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, and try to listen, be aware of my thoughts as well. So
mm,
this has really helped me through. I mean, in my personal life, in my business, in
mm,
just dealing with personal relationship or people. It has
mm.
yeah. I'm quite excited about the growth in that.
Right, right. Yeah. but also like as you become more self-aware, there's more things that you need to address,
Yes,
isn't
yes,
it?
yeah. So there's
Yeah.
excitement and there's a little bit of a challenge, fear, but it's
Yeah.
good. It's for better, right? Yeah.
Yes. And you're not alone, right? The best part
Yeah,
is
I'm
you're
not
not alone.
alone.
We're in this
Yeah.
together. So, yes. And Jocelyn has one more thing to say. She said, courage is contagious.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so I also
Yeah.
want to say something. I think that there is also friendship in this
Mm,
sisterhood that we have developed during this
mm,
time beyond the 3 days. And
mm,
at at my age now, I say that it's not easy to make friends. Yeah,
mm,
because you reach a certain point in your life that maybe you have certain expectations of people. But
mm,
I felt that I've made a lot of lifelong friends
mm.
after, I mean, during this process. And
Wow.
yeah, so this is really, I want to share this because I want to acknowledge the ladies as well that, you know, it's really good.
Thank you. All of you who are watching or, will be watching. Yeah, Karen has just acknowledged and acknowledged her friendship with us. Yeah. Not just work, 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 work.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think the morning check-in also has, I mean, seeing
Mm.
you coming on board, every morning at 7 a.m., without fail. Yeah, I think that was really very, very encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
that was
amazing.
a
Mm. You
that
want to
was a
share a little
challenge
bit about
for
that?
me. Yeah, that is a challenge for me as well. But I made a conscious effort to
Mm,
push myself. And I think that is a growth in me. Lah. I think maybe in
mm,
the past I would have said, no, lah, I just want to sleep in.
mm,
But now I'm more intentional. Every
mm.
morning we renew our mind, reframe our thoughts. And like I shared, it's really helped me in the day. We start the day on the right foot.
Mm. Yeah, you really have made a lot of new friends. Okay, as like you said, the sisters, who all your sisters all coming in with their comments fast and furious. You are so amazing, Karen, being vulnerable,
Yay,
authentic,
thank
and bold to
you.
move forward. Love you.
Thank you,
Yeah, we love
Teresa.
you. Yeah, Teresa also another amazing one.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
that's
is.
so actually there's so many takeaways, so many breakthroughs, right? And
Mm.
yeah, it's really very encouraging. That's why we must hear from all of you. If you don't share, nobody's going to know about it, and the
Mm.
sharing actually encourage each other. Yeah, and Lisa say love knowing you more.
You too, Lisa.
And now you all have, because of the community project, right? Because the boot camp and the
Yeah,
community project, you and Lisa get to work more closely as
we'll
well.
see. Yes.
Yeah. So it's
So
really through the serving and working together that you get to know each other better, right?
yeah, and I think seeing the growth in other ladies also
Mm,
encourages you on, and
mm,
myself. It just
mm,
pushes you on. You see their growth and they stepping out, like you said,
mm,
Teresa, Lisa, and that encouraged me a lot to also
mm.
step out of my comfort zone, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
talking with you today because this would not be
And
me,
this,
right? 6 months ago, this would not be me.
and I understand, is this is your how many times on live, going live streaming? Is this your second time or
Second time,
second time? Right.
yeah,
Yes. The first time was with Nicole, right?
yes, yes.
Right. So, Karen, who do you think should join the boot camp then? You know.
I thought about this for a
Mm,
while, so I tried to relate to people in my life, like who
mm-hmm,
should be the one to join the program, and I realized that women who think that they are okay, women
mm,
who are fearful of being challenged, maybe they just
mm,
want everything
mm,
status quo.
mm,
This fear comes out in many forms, right? We get
right.
angry, we get defensive, See,
Mm.
we avoid talking about it. We sweep things
Mm.
under the carpet.
Mm.
So I thought about the people in my life, and I realized that yeah, women who don't want to be challenged, I think we should
Mm.
take a chance
Mm.
ourselves.
Mhm.
Um, give yourself a space to learn more about yourself and to be better than what you have now.
Mm.
Hmm.
Wow. I think wow, that's a very good point. Women who think that they are okay,
Yeah.
and one more was women who
Who are,
doesn't
who are fearful of being challenged. They don't want to be
ah who are
because we,
fearful of being challenged.
hmm,
Hmm. That's a another perspective. Yeah, because so far I have not heard any of the other ladies who shared this. So
hmm,
yeah, I think it's really good to hear from different ones because all of you can't came in, with a um different idea, different fears,
hmm.
different challenges. Yeah, and I think you really hit the nail there because like uh, you represent this group of ladies, right? Ladies,
Yes.
women who think that you're okay, and women
Hmm.
who think that who are fearful of being challenged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm, right. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
Yeah, I know this is lunchtime and you have set aside this very precious time to come and share your takeaways and your learning. So I really appreciate and value the time. And I also want to share with the audience that yeah, Karen is really seriously very gifted in her gift of design and branding. So
Hmm.
if you need support in this area, yeah, please connect with her, right? And for a discussion, for a consultation, yeah, and she can really help you. Yeah, I endorse her. But
Thanks, Vivian.
right. And what's happening is yeah, we are all from this community, Women of Courage Asia.
Hmm.
So up next, our monthly Empower meeting is happening on the 29th of June, this last Tuesday of the month.
Mhm.
So come and meet us, come and meet all the rest of the ladies that have commented as well, and meet Karen herself, right? So, and Lynette is going to be sharing, and Sarah is going to be sharing as well. So,
Yay.
and the most fun part of to me, the most fun part of the meeting, right, is to hear the participants share during the open mic, during the open mic segment and the reflection segment. That is when we can hear from the participants. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so
Mm.
powerful actually to hear from each other. So
Yes, yes.
powerful. Mm.
And it's a very safe environment. So this is
Correct.
a community that we all of us take a lot of effort to create a safe space, yeah, for us
Mm.
to be vulnerable and share. And we do not share from a victim's mindset. We share
Yeah.
from a victor's mindset. Yeah. So that's going to happen on the 29th of June. Yes. And Jocelyn got one more thing to say. Yes, yes, totally agree and endorse Karen's design and branding skills. Thumbs up. Two
Thank
thumbs up for you.
you. Thank you so much.
All right. So yeah, so that's all for today. Thank you once again for your time, and do connect with Karen. All right, for any design and branding service and advice. Okay, so we'll
Yes,
see you
thank you.
again next week. Bye.
Bye.